Hello everyone, Mikas here for your live electronic music tutorial. In this episode, we're gonna make some progressive trance almost from scratch, I would say. I loaded some chord progression, I loaded a kick. I think a chord progression is a good base to start a track like that. I will go through the processes and you can always go in the description below to skip to different phases of the track. Of course, I will start with some drums. Then I'm gonna build up onto the bass line. I'm gonna create some pads, some melodies, add some effects. And we're not gonna make a complete finished track that is 8 minutes long, but we're surely gonna make a template that's gonna be available on our site, mixdown.com, about 2 minutes long. So you have all the element of the track that we create together. And of course, you can get it for only $5 on our site, mixdown, which is a sweet deal. You get the tutorial, you get the template, put them both together, make some amazing tracks. This is what it's all about. EDM sessions, or what we call now the live electronic music tutorials. I've been on for a while. I've been doing that for almost a year now. I make only the music that really inspire me. I don't make music just because it's cool these days. I make music that I really like, and I like most genre electronic music. Some things I like least, the little bit less is tech house and stuff like that. Techno I like, but it has to be techno with an edge. So check out the other episodes, guys. I got breakbeat, I got trance, prog, techno, a lot of progressive house, a lot of deep progressive house lately if you like those genres. But today we're gonna make some trance, so let's get started. So like I said, I loaded this chord progression here and I put a simple pad on it just to get it to hear it, really to hear the results. So let's have a little bit of a listen. So that's it, guys. So I think it has a cool, I would say, prog trancey vibe. It's like a positive chord. It's not too complex. It just has the right tone, in my opinion, which is very important. So we're gonna use that as a start. And if you never used chords before, check out this chords actually from our site, mixdown.com. It's a guy that's called Inner Hearts. He made a lot of packs, and there's always very, very strong or really, really good chord progression in this pack, so I'm using them. So let's do some beats just to kick it off really quickly. So we have the kick, so we can go into the snare here. So with the new Logic Pro X 10.5, 10.05, what am I about? I think it's 10.05. So now I can see here the root key, but I think because it's an old kit, I think this one hasn't been adapted to it. I can kind of figure out. Too high. Too low. Okay, so I'm gonna make a snare pattern. I'm always doing, to start at least, some very basic patterns. As you see, we're not gonna go into some advanced stuff because we're creating a track in real time. So as I develop the track, some of those episodes, by the way, guys, that I do, I turned it into full songs, and I did all the steps. So composition, arrangement, mixing, and mastering. So you can check those episodes. They're even deeper into the tracks, and I'm preparing a release of 10 tracks that we made in those episodes too. So that is a snare. So I reuse the MIDI like you see. Control, drag and drop, hi-hat open, let's say here. I'm gonna bring it to where it should be. I was thinking earlier before this episode I could use something like that too. Yeah. That's definitely the key. Then I could use those drums to make a really cool effect for a drop or something like that, with like a drum roll or snare roll that goes up in pitch and stuff like that. Now it's so simple to do it because you can just do it in MIDI. So as we build up, so those are a bit heavy, I would say. I'm gonna do what I believe is a very classic trance drum pattern, or not. When you listen to most songs anyway, you don't really hear this so much as the melodies, so that I will add a delay to it. I like this one. A little slap here. Smoothly building some percussions. I put a bit more because after this I want to really get into the groove as quickly as possible. So this one I really don't know where the root key is. I'll take this. It's good. Groove maybe. I'm not sure about this hi-hat here, so I can go here into the hi-hats, and I'm gonna pick the one that I like. Open, deep tech. That's my favorite hat of this whole collection. Just had something. I don't know who recorded this hat, where is it coming from, but this is a hat, man. I'm gonna add a few little scoops here and there. I think for this I will have to go. Ooh. So what if we take this and then we decide to go a whole octave higher? No. Ooh, I like that. There's a lot of lows. Let's make sure it's not going to conflict with our bass a little bit later, but I'm going to fill in the sidechain at the bottom here with our kick drum pattern. So we're going to have a source to sidechain, just in case we want to sidechain also. When the drop is there and the kick is not there, we're gonna have a source for the sidechain. So here we go. Oh, this is not really what I was looking for. Okay, I wanted the kick drum. I took a different one. So easy. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Right. Snare, clap. There's not much percussion. There are clicks. This one is perk. An interesting qualification. So as you see, I repeated the pattern. So they talk a little bit to each other, let's say. Then we can try to So I think there should be an interesting snare here that we can do something with too. At every just to bring a bit more punch. Every bar a hit, or I can do it every 4 bars, but I'm gonna put it more in the back. Okay, so maybe a little clap to you know, to make this. Personally, not too much clap, but so I cannot say if it sounds like progressive trance or not yet, because we just have a drum kit. I mean, let's start for the drums. So guys, let's get into the bass. So for the bass, I'm gonna take the chord progression, I'm gonna drop all of this, and I'm gonna take the progression here, put it into hits, and then I will, I don't know if it's gonna be low enough, but I'm gonna see what will I want to, what is the sequence I want to create. I'm gonna do a 1-3, so at the first and the third, and then take it again, take it to again another 1-3, so 3 bars later. Sorry, well, 3 bars from the previous hit, so yeah. Or I can push it to 4, and I push it again here to 4. Yeah, I like this pattern here. It seems to be very simple, but it's just the start. We can, after that, of course, not even a bass yet, because I did not even select a bass sound, but I wanted to create something of a pattern first, select the bass sound, and then we're gonna refine it. I'm gonna go into basses. It's not a top rolling bass, it's not like uplifting trance we're doing, it's progressive trance, so. To me, this is the type of thing that I would see probably with some vocals. So let's go somewhere in there. I'm tempted to go more in the commercially side, happy prog trance, because I think this is what the chords kind of give. Like this. not quite a bass, but I mean, some 303, you know, some nice chunky acid down there. I think it's gonna cut it. So I'm gonna keep these, and then I'm gonna go into another instance. I'm gonna try to find something that is more bottom heavy to double it. I'm not that low, huh? I'll go into trance, maybe I'll narrow it down to something. It's nice, but it's more of a pad. To pass beside a nice Moog like this. Ooh, yeah. I think if I layer this with the 303, so what I will do already, guys, is I'm gonna create, I'm gonna remove my musical typing, I'm gonna create a bus send for these two, so I'm going to be able to control the output of both at the same time. So I remove the stereo here, I do bus, I'm going to go to bus 5, and then I take this bus 5 here, and well, we can use different things to do filtering. Personally, I use the straight up EQ like this, put the band pass to very steep, drop it here, and then this. So both of those basses together, very nice. Another trick that I do often is that I use a compressor right away. So I'm going to use like an opto, and I'm going to compress. So I want both of the signals to be really joined together into one. I'm going to do that with compression, so they won't be separate, they're really going to be united. So yes, we have two layers, and yes, we have control over them in this bus send here, and of course individually. However, they sound a lot like they're together. Let's do a little test for fun. Did I put the compressor in the wrong place? Oh yes, I did. Compressor should be here. So with the compressor, nice chunk without. Of course there's a volume increase, but there's also a much better presence. So now if I want to control my basses, I can control them here. If I want to control the mix of my basses, I can just drop this here. We're gonna have to find the middle ground into those. Pattern are not perfect. I think we need to advance into the track to really do something with them. So what I feel like doing now is like I'm gonna do some hits elements, some keys, or you can call those stabs or keys. So I'm gonna use this pad here. I'm gonna take my chords, do that here, bring it. I'm gonna take just the hit. So I don't want the full length of the chord because I want the hits. So I want every bar to start with a hit. I'm gonna do that with some keys here. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get exactly what I'm looking for, but oh. So I'm also gonna do, while I'm at it, I'm gonna drop a reverb in here, SilverVerb, stereo, my grandiose preset, full gigantic room, send some of our signal here to, well, not this though, I just created a bus with it, no? Okay, now I did confuse myself a little bit. Ow, okay. I kind of, so there's tricks you can do, so I get the wrong bus. I can take my SilverVerb here and actually drop it in there. Simple. 1, 2, 2, check this out and then... Not the sound I'm looking for, guys. Give me 1 second. I think this is a bit too much of high frequency, so I'm going to cut the top keys here. You can say I don't like this. It's a bit too mellow. If I drop it, I hold like that. I used that, guys, into one of my track. So we're marking the time with those hits. I'm gonna continue, add another element. So now that we have this first, now that we have this first tab, I just want to select what is in here, really. I have this first tab that is cool. I would like to follow it with something else, but it's gonna be a more percussive, plucky sound. So our sequence here, is it good all the way? Yeah, it's good here. So more of the first sound that is there, Antarctic sound. We're gonna work on the second one. I like this. I will add probably another bit here. Uh-oh. we get good little plucks in the background. We have a nice bass line. I think one of the hits that I would like to add a bit more is I want to accentuate. I want to accentuate some of the bass parts here, intros. So we're much more into sound design and polyphony than composition here, guys, because I use a chord. But every way is a good way to do music. There's a lot of people that make music that have some composer make their stuff for them. So, you know, yes, can create everything from scratch, and I do a lot, to be honest. But when I work with chords, there's just something, there's a musicality that I do enjoy a lot. So I think I would go for some brass. Interesting preset. So we still have our hit here, but now let's say it's got a bit of company. It does work very well with the 303 too. Listen to see if we... Whoa, something else. No, I think I'll stick with that, it's just good. The question is, would I join this to the bass in that channel or not? I'm tempted, let's give it a try. So we're gonna go here to bus 5. No. So now that we have a lot of elements in there, I think I want to create an arpeggiator in the back. Nothing too big, but still an arp. I mean, it's still trance. When we gonna make the track, you know, you need some element to progress and stuff, and we have a good bass, and to me this would be a great track to record some vocal too. So I'm gonna go again, we keep the chord at the top, it's always there. I'm gonna go arpeggiated, and I'm gonna pick the first one at the top. And you know, sometimes this works. So well done, this synth. Quite sweet. That's what we have. happy. Need to clean it a little bit. A bit thin in the top end. Not quite, it was close, but no. Whoa, this I use. Perfect. With the arp, without. Yeah, that's definitely gonna have to put it in the mix, but it's there. I think it's time to expand the track a little bit. Save it, of course. Wow, this is episode 128, guys. I think I said 127 when I started too. So it's 128. Actually, today 127 is getting released, but this is 128, and I'm gonna save it here into Logic. Episode 128. Boom. Cool vibe. This track so far. Happy. And to be able to continue, I think I'm gonna leave this one. I'm gonna replicate it again. It's the easiest way. Bring it down here. I'm trying to find a pad that's gonna be interesting for this track. You know, of course, putting all the elements together. I don't know. I've seen some people do that before when I was mixing some track for some clients of mine that does everything at the same time. So understand that I'm composing those parts for them to come and go into the mix. They're not gonna be permanently playing all the way through the track. So just laying the ideas, you know, and making the sounds work together. To after be able to mix them and optimize them. I know this pad is amazing, but I want to navigate a little bit to see. This is loud. I'm gonna send this to our SilverVerb. I like. Add some extra layer. However, it's not gonna work so much in the breakdown, but I think in the breakdown we can add another pad. Now we have unlimited amount of channel, unlimited amount of just about anything, so when there's something good that comes, you take it, huh? Has this little gate touch. Lovely. Okay, we still have to find a pad, guys. up a little bit. That I like, I'm gonna keep just the top. See the alternative to this pad. Very trancey. I like this fizz. Again, guys, so far we've been playing much more with polyphony than composing tracks. You know, it's this is what really Trance about. When I started making this type of music in the 90s, I bought a Supernova, and this synth was all about polyphony. You had like those 8 different parts that you could just put synth and layer and layer and layer. It was so much fun. So I think this is what make a good trance track, to have good polyphony, to have everything not really rich and spirited. So I think I will do Control A here. Name region by tracks. So I'm gonna remove the confusion here. Okay, I'm gonna bring back the musical typing. It's my turn now. Reverb. Preparing, guys, so I think it's time now to try to top this off with a lead, and I will try to just crank it up on top because the mix isn't so clean now, but while we're totally hypnotized and you know we're into the track, it's time to record something. So F, E. Give it a try. it's gonna be good once we put it together. Here. You see, we first record the melody, and then we tweak it. Oh, maybe I would invert those two just to make see if I put now that we have a lead, which is okay, but I think we can do much better than that for this track. At least for a lead, we can bring something more powerful and appropriate for this track. So what we're gonna do, instead of being in pads, we're gonna go into leads. Nice, but not for this track. I'll try to go into trance again. Maybe we'll skip some. That's nice. It's very trancey. Let's see. I think we can do with this, however I want to browse a bit more. well, we'll go back to it. Not sure which one. I like this pluck. Does work well with the track. Leave some space in those melody, but we're not at arranging yet, so we're good. And we can also maybe double it with what we had before. Let's have a listen. Work, definitely give some depth. Alright guys, so we're gonna do just a quick mix down because the track is good. However, I think it's crowded, everything is together, and the mix down for me is always a fun part. So I'm gonna go into the mixer here. I'm gonna take all the set, I'm gonna drop them. I'm not gonna do a percussion mix down at this time because we're already 45 minutes in, so let's say that the perks are okay. Except for this scoop here that seems to be scooping a bit heavy. Give myself a bit of juice, and I'm gonna bring in the elements one by one, so get a good idea of really what is happening. And I'm gonna start by what I think is the most important, and going on to the least important. So make sure that the bus we created for the basses are there. So let's give it. I like it, but it misses a little bit of bottom. Okay. Just a little bit. Then the acid. And again, this is completely open, so it's not really what it will be at the final. And I'm gonna arrange while I'm doing that, most important to least important, so the bass will end up at the top, guys, because we're making electronic music, and in electronic music, the drum and the bass, and then the rest. Then we go. This is our pad. This was our brass. Our brass, very good. Sit at the top of the bass. Gonna bring them now. While we're at it, do some cleaning. Always remove the low end. Here we have this little pad that's at the top. Then our main lead here, and then this pad. I would like to see this pad right there. I'm gonna put it just in the middle. I think I will sidechain it, so I'm gonna add a compressor here. Take this here. I'm gonna input, well, actually the sidechain should be here. Instrument, siren. Alright, so scoop. Sidechain trigger right here. Boom. Higher ratio because I really want some compression. Want him to pop a little bit. Fast attack, fast release. And voila, it's there. Doesn't take too much room. Then we have our hits. Mark the time, very important. You're gonna hear them. Cut the lows again. on the mid-lows for sure here. And then we have those plucky little response. Again, cut the lows. The lead is there. Then we have the pad with the little top. This is this with that. Very nice. Very lively, organic kind of feel. It's already cut, perfect. The lead is very important, however, it goes at the top, so we do not need to integrate it so quickly because it's got its own space right here. Let's look at it. I would like to add another effect here. That's gonna be a delay. Just a simple stereo delay. I'm gonna add the sub lead here, this little more fluty. Alright, now the pad, at the very top. Alright guys, so this is it for episode 128 of your live electronic music tutorial. We get a good one here. I'm going to take this track, turn it into a template. It's going to be about 2 minutes long that you can get on our site. When you watch this video, just underneath, click on the link button, get the template, have some fun with it, guys. I like to share all of my knowledge. I've been making music for a very long time and I do very much enjoy it. And of course, the most important thing is may the sounds be with you guys.